2 minutes or so before class starts, allowing the breath to flow smoothly and freely in and out of the body with a gentle shut of the eyes. Sense of ease inside the body. Sense of ease in the breath. And allow the breath and the body to communicate that ease to each other. Greater ease in the body, greater ease in the breath, greater ease in the breath, more ease in the body. Just feeling that interchange as the breath gets a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. Finding a place of ease and peace inside, touching that sacred sanctuary, that inner dwelling place, the seat of the Sat Nam, the essence of our beingness. A couple more rounds of breath. And bringing the hands to heart center, a little rub of the palms. And then the hands coming to stillness. Palms push into each other. The thumbs rest at the sternum. The sternum lifts tall towards the thumbs. The chin is slightly tucked to elongate the cervical spine. So we're keeping the spine nice and erect as we sit up tall. Beginning with the Adi mantra, followed by the Mangala Charan mantra, traditional Kundalini opening. Big inhale all together. And an exhale all the way out. And the inhale tunes us in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Inhale, drawing the sweet breath into the body, holding the breath, setting your intention, feeling that intention inside, using your mind and the hold of the breath to allow that intention to begin to bubble up inside of you. Every cell feeling that intention. And a smooth, steady exhalation out of the nose, releasing the intention, creating the environment inside and out that we'll practice in. Beautiful. You can allow the eyes to blink open as we come down onto our backs, transitioning straight onto our backs. As we come onto our backs, we'll curl the knees in towards the chest, hands on the shins, a little squeeze of the knees in and a little rock side to side. Then bringing that to stillness on your back, interlacing around the right shin, fingers interlace. Draw that right knee in a little bit closer as you flex that right foot. Inhale, that left leg high to the sky, left leg straight as can be. And then on an exhalation, dropping that left heel towards the floor. Keep reaching through that left heel, creating length on that whole back side of the left leg out of the hip socket. Left foot is flexed, right foot is flexed. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, it falls. Keeping that left heel extending away the entire time. So you're getting longer on the left side as you draw the right side in closer, deepening the crease of the hip on the right side. Inhale, leg rises. Exhale, leg falls. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, legs straight up. And an exhale, bring it down, hands on either side of the shins. Again, little rock side to side, just a little rinse here. And switching sides. Interlacing around the left shin. Draw that left knee in a little closer, that left foot is flexed. Inhale, that right leg high, straight as can be. And then exhale, coming down towards the floor. Send that right heel away, draw that left knee in. Inhale, and exhale. Your pace, your rhythm. This is week 3 for us. So those of you that have been coming all 3 weeks, you know where we're going pretty much. You know what we're doing, at least once we get there you will. So just drop in, make it meditative as soon as you can, fall into the motion, fall into the breath. And for everybody that's new, just feeling it out. So eyes closed the best you can throughout the practice. Gaze internal rather than external for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, leg high, leg straight, feet flexed. And exhale, draw the knees in, little squeeze of the knees, little rock side to side. Whew. And then stillness, warming it up still. Feet land, knees are high. We're going to inhale, lifting the hips. Palms are going to turn face down underneath the butt. We're going to slide them underneath. And then on the exhale, we're going to drop the butt on the tops of the backs of the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, knees come in. And on an exhalation now, the left leg will go long, hovering about 6 inches off the ground. And on an inhale, left knee comes in, right leg goes long. And side to side. Exhaling left, inhaling right. Paying close attention here to the low back. We want to keep the low back on the ground. So this takes a lot of abdominal work here. This is why the hands are positioned where they are to help lift the tailbone slightly, to angle that low back on the ground, keeping it safe. We need that where we're going in the warm-up. We need that where we're going in the practice. So we're warming up the abdominals and we're practicing keeping that low back glued to the ground as best we can. If at any point the low back starts to really lift high off the ground, or any discomfort begins to form there, you stop, you pause, you let the legs come down, you take a little bit of rest, and you come back in when you can, as you can. Better be safe and let it build than to push through into an injury that you can't sustain the motion. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, both legs straight out, hold. And exhale, bend the knees, feet flat to the floor. Round a breath, release the belly, big belly breathing. Beautiful. We're going straight into the next one. Inhale, both legs high, feet flexed. Exhale, they drop down towards the ground. Inhale and exhale. Nice and steady, double leg lifts. If this is already too much for you and you know it, bend the knees, lifting half the weight of the legs. If you want to keep the legs straight and it's too much, just drop the legs as far to the earth. Stop them about halfway down. And if you can, straight legs, feet flexed the whole time. Inhale, the legs rise. Exhale, they fall. Keeping that low back safe. Glued to the floor. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, straight up. And exhale, feet come to the floor. Inhale, you're going to lift the hips slightly, palms turn face up, legs go out longer than the mat, and breathe into the belly. Beautiful. Nice. Creating a little tapas, a little fire in the belly. Warming up the hip crease, the hip flexors. Getting the blood moving, the heart pumping. Beautiful. Next exhalation, curling the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And stillness in the center. And a rock front to back. Rolling up to a seat. Come to the seat. Palms are going to go face down onto the knees. And we're transitioning directly into Sufi grinds. So inhale as we circle forward. Exhale as we circle back. That's the motion, that's the breath. Once you've found it, allow the eyes to close. Begin to feel the experience of circling. Not just what the body's doing, but feel the energy within and around the body. That there's a current that begins to happen, especially after we've done what we've done with the work through the abdomen. There's an anchoring, there's a rooting from the waist down into the earth. That's grounded, that's stable. And from above the waist, as the heart goes around the bowl of the pelvis, there's a current. So swim a little bit in your own energy. Feel it as you move. And pay special attention to when we stop. If you can still feel that energy whirling a little bit around you. 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, upright, nice and tall. Little pause at the top of the inhalation. And exhale. To reverse your circle, inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Falling into the rhythm of it. Getting loose in your movements. Letting that power that we put in the belly translate into easy motion. Freedom. A lightness and a levity in the heart center, in the breath. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale, upright, nice and tall, full breath. Pause. Smooth, steady exhalation out of the nose. And as you do, the hands slide onto the shins for our spinal flex. Pelvis tilts forward, heart comes forward. Pelvis tilts back, heart goes back. Little puffs of air as we go. It's a catch and throw in the breath. Right? There's a little pause at the top. There's a little pause at the bottom. It's just a little moment, just a stop in the momentum in between the inhale and the exhale and the exhale and the inhale. Catch the breath as it comes in and throw it away as it goes out. If you've been doing this all month, be as loose as you can, as free as you can. If you're starting the practice today, feel the mechanics of it. You may stay very much in the physical, but get out of the gym, get out of any sense of push. Try to be in the flow of the momentum of the breath, the rhythm, as you go forward and back. That it's more about the ease in going back and forth, which may take some time to build, right? Stay away from the push, stay away from getting it wrong, what your body can or can't do. Start out small. I had to. Believe me, my spine was very, very locked in place. This was nearly impossible for me to have movement when I started. 3, 2, 1. Keep the breath going, sliding the hands out onto the knees. Same motion, same breath. Heart moves a little bit freer. As the hands are a little bit wider, the thoracic spine has more ability to move. You guys are doing great. Stay with it. Moving towards and into the Kriya for detoxification. Great way to start the year 2021, leaving 2020 behind and coming into something new. But we have to clear out what's stuck, what's stagnant in order to start on a fresh new foot. This practice is so good to get rid of, to release any undigested energy in our system. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, nice full breath, tall in the spine as if you could grow a little bit taller. Keeping that upward lift in the body as you release the breath on an exhalation. Beautiful, beautiful work, guys. I get a little higher in my seat for what's next, so if you want to get a little higher, a little blanket underneath of you or a block, good place to go. If you're fine right on flat to the floor, stay flat to the floor. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hands landing onto the shoulders. Fingers forward, thumbs back, right on the shoulders if they can reach, elbows at shoulder height. Inhale, a little twist to the left. Exhale, a little twist to the right. The chin turns with the turn of the body as we go. Spinal twist. Keeping the elbows at shoulder height. Creating a nice turn, a twist from the edge points of the hips. So the right and the left, the front and the back of the hips right there on either side. And the elbows at shoulder height really help to get the twist under the armpits, under the intercostals. Just opening so we can have better breath in our body. Better breath meaning fuller breath, right? As the muscles are expanded and open, this is what yoga is really all about, we can have deeper, fuller breath with ease. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center, nice full breath all the way in, elbows wide. And an exhale, palms face down onto the knees. Notice what you notice, feel what you feel, breathe it in. There's a shift, there's a changing. We're just warming up. So allowing the eyes to blink open, taking a little look at where your elbows are. All right, I want you to slide the hands back on the thighs, still keeping the palms face down, just so your elbows are on either side of the trunk of your body. So when the hands are on our knees, their elbows tend to be a little bit forward for most people. And we slide them back just so the elbows are on either side evenly. This is going to keep the shoulder girdle in a good alignment. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, they drop. Catch and throw in the breath. Steady as we go. There's a charge, there's a firing, there's an electricity running through the muscles as we do this. There's a lot of tension and stress caught in our shoulders. Pretty much everybody knows that. And as we exhale, we're just releasing the tension and the stress that we're creating in ourselves as we shrug them up. And this is going to help release the tension that gets stuck there, lodged there, when we're not intentionally putting it there. It's science. Or if you're a traditional Kundalini person, it's just the technology of Kundalini, as we call it. The Kundalini technology. The scientific movement of energy through and in and with the body. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Hold the breath. Shoulders up. And exhale. As you do, you're going to slide the hands back forward onto the knees. Slow, steady breath now. Inhale, turning the chin to the left shoulder. Exhale, turning the chin to the right shoulder. In, turning the chin to the left shoulder. Out, turning the chin to the right shoulder. In to the left, steady deep breath. Feel, pay attention. Exhale to the right. We're going to pause on the right side. Inhale right. And now exhale left, just reversing the breath. Chin to the left on the exhale. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. This may be one of my absolutely favorite techniques in Kundalini. Inhaling right. It's almost as the head begins to move on its own with the breath itself. Exhale left. A calming, beautiful sensation throughout the body. Inhaling right. Exhale left. Now inhale center. And exhale there. What a world of difference a good warm-up makes. Coming on up to standing, last place to go in our warm-up before we go anywhere else. We're going to arrive at standing. The feet are going to be a little bit more than hips width distance apart. A little shake in the hands. A little shake out. Shaking out the arms. A little shake in the waist. A little shake in the head and the shoulders. A little shake in the feet. Whew. And bring it down. Landing. Feet are about hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Inhale, hands wide out and up, hands interlacing behind the head. And then exhale, they land the basket of the hands behind the head, head into the hands, elbows wide. Standing up nice and tall. Inhale, and then exhale, squat it down. Inhale, we rise. X, we squat. Nice and steady, your breath, your pace. If coming down super far is too much, you make it small. Little bend and a little rise. Little bend in an exhale, little rise on the inhale. Or if you can handle it, all the way down, right? It doesn't matter. It's not like a test. You do what you can do in your body. That's what's important here. If it's small, let it be small. It's a completely fine motion. It's a completely fine movement. And you have done more small squats than you would have if you didn't come to class. So it's still something to be celebrated and good. If you're taking the hips down towards the heels, nice spring motion on the way back with the inhalation. Filling the legs with oxygen as they drive you upward. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, elbows wide. And exhale, palms coming facing forward, dropping next to the hips. Let the breath go wherever it needs to. Those thighs use a lot of air as we pump them. Heart a little racy. Breath a little erratic. Coming directly down onto our backs. Adjusting your situation. I always do at this point. My mat always slides this way a little bit. Come lying onto your backs, palms face down. We're going to bring the heels together. So bringing the heels together so they're touching. I'm going to flex the feet. So now the big toe mound and the big toe are touching. Feet are flexed. Beautiful. This is the exhale position. Inhale. Feet are going to go out, pointing in either direction. Left toes to the left, right toes to the right. Exhale, back up. So that's the motion. Beginning the Kriya of detoxification right here, starting with the feet. Had a really good question last week about this. This is initiated from the feet. So the hips are going to naturally come back to neutral and externally rotate as the feet go out to the sides. But the feet are the driving force with this. Inhale, they fall out. Exhale, back in. So it's at a fairly quick pace, and we're going to get faster as we go. Keeping the heels together as best you can. Keeping the feet flexed as best you can. Paying attention to that low back, right? Because it can creep up. You want to keep that low back safe. You want to keep it down towards the ground, or at least working towards the ground if it's not completely touching, right? Using the abdominal muscles here still. Last 30 seconds, nice and quick. Essentially as quick as you can safely. Keeping it controlled so it's not super sloppy, but as quick as you can, steady breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. And exhale. Just release the legs. Feel what you feel. Notice. And breathe. Very little pause in between these, but a little pause necessary just to experience the rush and the flush, the change of the breath, feel where the energy is grouping in your body, right? So just how we started those Sufi grinds, start to feel where the energy and the movement around the body is centered. Great work, guys. So a little push into the heels. We're going to lift the hips slightly, palms face down, underneath the butt again. And then on the exhale, dropping the hips onto the hands. Lifting the heels slightly off the ground, so about a foot. Pointing the toes, and we're going to begin to kick, like we were swimming in some water. Long, slow, deep breathing. Any issues in the low back, you go higher, right? So just kick up here, keeping the legs as straight as you can. Nice and steady. We're here for a while, so at any point this becomes too much, you allow the heels to touch the earth. You take a couple rounds of breath, you get that low back glued back down to the ground, and then you come back in. And if you're a professional and you've been doing this for a while, the whole full 2 minutes you're here, nice and steady. And if that 2 minutes is like, oh my God, 2 minutes of this, yeah, it can feel like that. Just know that we're doing this at half time, so the full time is 4 minutes. And we're not doing that. Maybe one day, maybe in a more advanced class, we can do some of those things. But for right now, we're just here for 2 minutes. Toes pointed, legs kicking, straight as can be. We're working with the apana, the downward excretion portion of the body. The apana vayu, the vayus are the winds of the body. There are 5 in the yogic tradition, philosophy. And the apana is the downward motion, the excretion, the eliminating wind. It doesn't take much to think about how else we eliminate wind. So, it's all in line. Getting rid of, releasing what is not needed. Really activating this force, this movement of energy downward by activating through the legs and the feet. Beautiful. As fast as you can for the last little bit. Legs as fast as you can. Breath stays long and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, legs straight. And an exhale, feet come flat to the floor. Sorry, heels land on the floor. Lifting the hips. Palms face up. Breathe deeply into the belly. Let it roll through you. Little pause. Not long. And rolling onto the belly. So coming straight around onto the belly. Hands are on either side of the chest. The tops of the feet are pushing into the floor. So the legs are still active here. I'm going to inhale, lifting up into baby cobra. Sorry, I messed that up. We're going to exhale as we lift up into baby cobra with our tongue out. And inhale as we come back down, keeping the mouth open. So that's it, nice and steady. Exhale on your way up, tongue out. And inhale on your way back down. You're coming as high up as safe in your body. So if that means straight arms, go straight arms. If that means a little baby cobra, do a little baby cobra. Chin stays slightly tucked here, right? So we're not really arching too far with the head up and back. We're not throwing it back. So in a lot of senses, this practice is reversing what we just did. we created a downward motion, an activation down towards the legs. With this one, we're pulling right from the pit of the navel. When with the tongue extended, we're really drawing the energy up and out, and we're sending it out with this exhalation. Right? So think about moving from the third chakra, our seat of power, through the heart, our place of compassion and love, and through the throat chakra, our place of truth and expression. So anything that's lodged in any area, our own personal ability to follow through with our goals, dreams, and desires, right? That third chakra, the I can, the heart center, any sense where we're feeling walled in and blocked and shut down from being able to love in our ability within ourself and to love others, that heart chakra, and that place of truth, where we're holding back something that we need to say. Maybe it's from ourselves, maybe it's from somebody else, and we're getting rid of it with each exhalation. Got a little bit more, staying with it. Three, two, last exhale. Inhale, bring it down. Hands come forward, fingertips towards the elbows, stacking the hands on top of each other, stacking the arms on top of each other, and then forehead resting on the back of the forearms. And just breathe, right? That was a flush. Right? Those three postures back to back to back like that. You may be sweating a little bit by now. Detoxifying, releasing, letting go. Finding some stability in the breath as you find ease here. Letting the breath begin to get a little slower, a little calmer. May take a little bit of activation on your part, a little bit of intention there to allow the breath to get longer. Longer and smoother. And then rolling back onto our backs. Legs are long, palms are face down. So we're going to inhale. Knees are going to come up towards the chest. Hands are going to point straight up to the ceiling. And on an exhale, back down to the floor. Legs long, palms facing down. Inhale and exhale. That's the motion. In and out. You're moving at your pace as fast as you can in your body. So if your pace is faster than mine, let it be faster as long as you're safe. If it needs to be slower than mine, let it be slower. Take your time, keep that low back safe. This is the main thing that can be a problem in this practice, is making sure that you keep that low back as glued to the floor as possible, really using the abdominal muscles here. Which happens naturally, right? Just in the motion, but we're paying attention, making sure that we're not throwing our low back out by lifting super high off the ground. Three, two, and one. Last inhale. And exhale, legs go long. Round of breath, inhaling, loose into the belly, full belly breathing, letting that diaphragm drop, lungs nice and full, and exhale. Beautiful. Curling the knees into the chest, A little rock front to back. And rolling up. Upright seat here. Palms face down onto the knees. We're sitting on a clock face. Not really, but we're sitting on a clock face in our mind. Right in front of us is 12 o'clock. So the clock would move clockwise. 12, 1, 2, 3. We're going to move counterclockwise with this motion. So we're going to go in the opposite direction of clockwise. 12 is at front. And we're going to churn through our midsection, right? So it's not like Sufi grinds. See how the heart is staying high and lifted. We're just churning through the abdominal section. Long, deep, steady breath. Staying as tall and upright as you can. And taking the belly, right, that midsection, as far in every direction as you can, counterclockwise circles. Counterclockwise circles because that's, again, the eliminating force. Down. Getting rid of. If we were doing clockwise, it would be bringing the energy up. I don't know what they do in Australia. I don't know if Yogi Bhajan thought about that either. But the toilets flow opposite there, so I don't know. Question marks. Here in the States, counterclockwise. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. And an exhale. Coming up to standing. And as we arrive standing, we're going to get a block handy. For those of us that may need it, block is about a foot in front of your toes. Feet are hips width distance apart. Inhale, hands come high, straight up, gaze up. Exhale, we're going to full forward fold. For those of us that can manage this, we're just going to grab straight onto our ankles and keep a hold of our ankles. For those of us that need the block, we're going to put our hands on the block. On an inhalation, we're going to squat, coming down, either hands gripped onto the ankles or hands on the block. On the exhale, straightening the legs, full forward fold, releasing. Inhale to exhale. Last motion, last action in this Kriya. Last rinse. It may even feel like a sense of sacredness here, right? With everything we've done, you can feel the clarity, you can feel the cleansing. And maybe this motion is almost like a ritual here. An acknowledgement and a letting go. Right? An acknowledgement of the work that we've done to rinse and clear. And a last letting go of anything we might be holding on to. 3, 2, and 1. Last forward fold. Inhale, rising up slow, hands high, straight up. And an exhale, hands fall slowly down to the sides. Palms face forward. Like a new person. Rinsed, clear, and pure. Coming down, building a seat. And we really want to build a seat. We're not here for super long, but we're here for long enough. So getting on your blanket or a block, meditation cushion, whatever you most prefer. And then the palms either face down on the knees or palms face up. Thumb and first finger touch, other fingers extend away. Or any mudra that you feel is most preferable for you in this moment. We're going to be chanting in a monotone voice Satnam 6 times. Waheguru once. Sat, meaning the one true essence, divinity, the thing through which all things came from. It actually means the truth, the undeniable, unmistakable truth, which is directly aligned to a yogic philosophy that God is the unmovable, unshakable truth of all things, the Sat. Nam, meaning name, legacy, lineage, that Satnam, we are that truth, that essence of essence. In our essence, we are that essence. Satnam. Waheguru means holy cow. This Satnam is amazing. When I really fully, truly understand that I am the essence of essence, wow! The indescribable bliss of this. That's Waheguru. Wow! I'm the essence of essence itself. So this is what we're saying. It's a celebration after we've rinsed and cleared and come back to center, come back to zero, back to neutral. Now we're going to begin to fill that cup back up with just an acknowledgement of this truth. It's monotone, so it doesn't sound celebratory, but understand the words that we're saying as we're saying them and deeply fall into your pattern and your rhythm. And by the time we are done, you will feel what this does. And that's all I can tell you. Give it your all and you will get maximum benefit. I'll start. You will join in when you're ready and you're comfortable. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Keep your rhythm. Keep your pattern. Let it be easy and freely as it runs through you. Keep chanting, understanding what you're saying. Just feeling the rhythm, right? We're at neutral and we're creating a steady vibration with sound current and this understanding that we are the essence of the essence itself. And that is an amazing existence that we share. Make it entirely yours, steady and consistent. Body is at ease, though you're sitting up tall, mind focused on this breath pattern as these rhythms of sound echo through and around you. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Waheguru. Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat nam, Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Last round. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam Vaheguru. Normal breath. Feel the chant, feel the rhythm, feel the peace. Big full breath, inhale, hands go up overhead, palms to touch, gentle pressure towards each other. Hold. Keep the breath held. Stay. Don't lose the peace. And exhale, slowly the hands fall down to the sides, the fingertips just touching the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, nice and tall, hands up, palms touch, little pressure towards each other, hold the breath. And in exhale, slowly allowing the hands to fall down to the sides, fingertips graze the earth, re-grounding, and a round of breath, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, hands wide and up. Palms touch, hold at the top, keep the breath held. Soften around the breath. Exhale, slowly the hands come down. Fingertips touch, the energy grounding into the earth. And a round of breath. Inhaling, heart high. Exhaling, ease, neutral. The essence of essence itself. Shifting, making your way onto your backs, finding your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Dying to a version of self that was. Resting in this chant that we've chanted. It's such an easy and welcoming Shavasana after this practice. Making any final adjustments you need. And then just be in the essence of your own existence. Be with the breath. Feel yourself. And at the same time, let the version of yourself, the idea of yourself, what you carried into the beginning of the practice, fall away and rest in the Satnam Waheguru. Wow, I am this. The thumb tips sliding across the other fingertips one at a time. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, hands coming together in front of the heart, rubbing the palms, the knees bend and the soles of the feet come up off the ground, soles of the feet touching, rubbing like the palms, rubbing the feet, rubbing the hands. That big inhale, stretch, get long, 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 long. And exhale over onto your right side, moving from corpse pose to the fetal position, being reborn within the self. And coming up to that comfortable seat, blanket or block underneath of you, and as you do, hands in Anjali Mudra, hands at the heart in prayer pose. And as we come upright, inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I'm happy. Exhale, drink that in as the hands come back to the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead. I am happy. Exhale, hands centering right at the heart, drinking it in. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I am holy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart center, ready for whatever is to come. Out loud, repeat after me. I embody grace so fully that all who I meet feel its presence. Hands to the forehead center, one long sat, one short nam. Inhaling. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. We are that truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. It's Friday, it's 1 o'clock. I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to go have fun. If you guys want, I'll see you back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Any questions? I'm always available after class, or you can write in. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.